Hi there, welcome to Two Birds. I'm Fiona and welcome back if you are moving with me again. Today's class is a much requested 45-minute wrist-free flow, a chance to move, breathe and flow hands-free. A great one if you are supporting an injury or some soreness in your wrists and your hands and still would like a dynamic practice. For practice today, all you'll need is a blanket for the start of the class to help support your seat. And if you are enjoying the classes and you'd like to support me creating and posting each week, I'm on Patreon. All the details are in the description below. I really hope you enjoy your practice and thank you so much for joining me. Namaste. And begin your practice seated upright. You may wish to cross your legs or choose to kneel here, using a blanket or a cushion under your seat to support yourself, so you can sit elegantly tall through your spine with a sense of ease and stability. Once you're comfortable, just soften your gaze closed. Take a calm breath in and invite your exhale to release the weight of your shoulders down and feel that release spread and continue through your body with every breath out, down your arms to your palms and fingers, into your hips, your legs and your feet. The very first verse of Patanjali's Yoga Sutras is Atta Yoga Anushasanam, the sutra that informs us that the practice of yoga is now. It's not after we recover from injury, and it's not when we feel a certain way. It's right now that there's always an opportunity to practice with intention, mindfully, and in our own present moment experience. Atta means now, and it acknowledges and honours your current state. To feel whatever is happening and accepting the circumstances that exist. Adapting your practice so that you can show up in the most present way possible. And because our now is always changing, it's always a little different than it just was and what it's about to be, all we truly have is the now. Everything else is just thoughts and concepts and mind stuff. Only in the present can we live, practice, and transform. So just practicing according to our state of being as we are right now. So from this place of invited ease, take a few moments to scan and tune into your current state. Check in with your physical landscape, noting the areas of your body that you might need to take a little bit more care of today. Then widen your lens, sense how you're feeling emotionally, mentally. And just starting your practice from just where you are with the intention of doing what you can, moment to moment. By coming back to yourself, each moment you practice Atta, taking 3 more cycles of breath. Just blinking your eyes open, lifting your gaze, and release your fingertips down by your side now. On an inhale, sweep your arms overhead, press your palms. Exhale, lower your prayer hands to your heart. Again, with your breath, palms touch overhead, top of your in-breath. Exhale, lower your hands. Inhale, circle your arms overhead and we'll twist now. Take your right hand to your left knee and just set the left fingertips behind you. revolving to your left, 3 cycles of breathe. Feeding your breath into the side ribs, let them lift and expand, and then turn and twist on your exhale. And keeping your right hand in place now, send your left arm up and overhead, shifting your gaze down to your right. And as you feel your breath move and pulse now, let your movement overlap its rhythm. On your exhale, left fingertips to the floor to your left. Now send your right arm up and overhead, lengthening into the right side waist. Easing off slightly as your breath flows in. Tip a little deeper as you exhale. On your inhale, come back to center and fingertips down by your side. Inhale, arms rise overhead. Exhale and twist to your right, left hand to your right knee, right fingertips behind. 3 steady breaths. Tuning into the sound and rhythm of your breath for feedback, and keeping its cadence smooth and even. Keep your left hand in place now. Send your right arm up and overhead. Turn the gaze down to your left. Tipping your torso forward a little. And as you feel yourself breathe out, lateral stretch, right fingertips to the floor in line with your right hip. Sweep the left arm over to your right. On your inhale, back to center. And coming into Baddha Konasana, bringing the soles of your feet together, knees wide. Catch a hold of your ankles. And you might like to slip off the edge of your blanket there and just roll through a few rounds of cat and cow in this shape. Inhaling to arch your spine, send the gaze up, open your throat. Exhale to round the spine, chin to chest. Rocking through the pelvis and allowing your knees to butterfly with your movement, relaxed and fluid. And take one more round in each direction. And then come back through center. Close your knees in toward one another and then recline down onto your back. Gather your knees in toward your chest as you go. And keep your right knee in toward your chest. Extend your left leg out straight along the mat and reach your arms out wide at shoulder height, palms face down. We'll circle through your hip now, taking your right knee over to the left. Then straighten your leg, circle back, rebending the knee as you come back through center. Twice more, letting your buttocks soften through the movement. And then roll your hip back in the opposite direction. And then as you're ready, rebend the left knee, foot to the floor, and take half happy baby on your right side. Right hand to your outer right foot. And then encourage your right knee down toward your right armpit. Take 3 smooth cycles of breathe. Go ahead, step your right foot to the floor now and we'll twist. Keep the feet quite wide there. Settle your knees over to the left. And then just turning on the back of your head, send your gaze to your right. An option to take your left foot to the top of your right knee for more sensation. And keep the foot in place. If you took that option, return to center and make your way into a hip groin stretch. So you're lacing your fingers behind the back of your right thigh, left ankle's on the top of your right knee, and then just guiding your left knee wide, inviting your shoulder blades to slip down your spine. And keep your breath moving at a nice, calm, steady pace. And then release. We'll switch sides, left knee to chest, extend your right leg out long. And then take 3 circles through your hip in each direction. Just acknowledging all the feedback from your hip and your spine as you move. You're moving gently and coaxing your body open. And then roll it back, opposite direction. And then re-bend your right knee, foot to the floor. Take half happy baby on your left now. Ardha Ananda Balasana. Keep making space for your breathe. Then step your left foot to the floor, camel twist, feet wide, drop the knees over to your right. And turn your gaze to the left. An option to take your right foot to the top of your left knee. And as you start to move, breathe, pause and listen. You might notice some congestion in parts of your body. Just simply take note. There's no right way of doing it or wrong way or what you should feel. Rather just an opportunity to begin to deepen your sensitivity to your own needs. And then return to center for a reclined pigeon pose. Right foot to your left knee. Hands interlaced behind the back of your left thigh. Then take a few slow, calm breaths. And just know that we can't always choose how we feel in our body, but we can always choose how we respond. And yoga really is that conversation, relationship with yourself that you nurture. Becoming more sensitive not only to your physical sensations, but your emotions and your energy. And when this information flows more freely, you've got an opportunity to choose and course correct. You can choose to move kindly, honour any restrictions you feel, and you can always breathe a deeper breath. Releasing here, catch your knees back in toward your chest, and then slip your hands behind the back of your knees. Take 3 rock and rolls through your spine, just catching your balance and then rolling back. Next time you roll up, just hold in a boat pose, your feet hovering, Ardha Navasana, raising your shins, lifting your sternum, softening your shoulders down. And keep a hold behind the back of the knees if you need that support. Or send the arms forward, palms wide, facing up, fingers spread. And we'll flow. Inhale here. On your exhale, lower back halfway, straighten your legs forward. Inhale, return to boat. Exhale and lower. Twice more. Exhale and lower. Inhale back to your boat. Then take your hands to prayer at your chest. Last 4 here. We'll add a twist. On your exhale, lower. Tap the left elbow to the floor to your left. Inhale, rebend the knees and lift. Exhale, lower and tap right elbow to the floor. Inhale, coming up. Twice more, lower, twist, and lift. Lower, twist, and lift. Back to center just for a beat. Then roll and recline back, knees to chest. Take a little rock side to side. And again, take your hands behind the back of your knees. This time we're going to roll and rock 3 times to arrive in a squat at the top of your mat. So you need to gather just a little bit of momentum there and aim to land your feet quite wide. When you're ready, coming up into Malasana, pray hands to your heart or just catch opposite elbows there. Finding a version here that suits your body, hips more elevated or low. Then let the weight of your pelvis descend down. Use the leverage of your arms on your inner knees to elongate all 3 parts of your spine. Tall through the low back, middle back, upper back. Release your fingertips to the floor, transitioning into standing forward fold. Nice bend in the knees there. Lift the buttocks. Parallel your feet and fold. Catching opposite elbows. Inviting the energy of your breath to settle, your head to relax heavy. Release your arms to the floor, hang in ragdoll. And then gently, slowly roll up to stand, bringing your head, neck, shoulders up last. Prayer hands to your heart. Feet hips width apart. We'll start to flow. Just remember to breathe a breath that supports you. Give yourself permission to adapt. Make your practice your own. Chair pose Utkatasana. On your inhale, motion your hips down and back, arms by your ears. On your exhale, forward fold over the legs, and you can keep a little bend in the knees there. Inhale, hands to shins, lift up halfway, look forward. Exhale and refold over your legs. Bend the knees, return to chair, sit low. Then press to stand, hands to prayer. Adding on, breath to movement, inhale chair. Exhale, forward fold. Breath in, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale now, right foot steps back, low lunge. Tap your right knee to the floor. Keep your right toes tucked. Then reach your arms on your in-breath. And stay for a few breaths. Light squeeze to your right buttocks. Then lifting your low ribs up or out of your hips. Take one more breath, reach up. And on your exhale, half splits variation. Sweep your arms back, torso forward, straighten through your left leg. So fingertips can support you here on the floor. We're going to go between the two, breath to movement. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half splits, Ardha Hanuman. Return to your low lunge. And on your exhale, fingertips to the floor and step up, top of your mat. Stay low here, take a halfway lift. Second side on your exhale, left foot back, low lunge. Left knee down, toes tucked, arms rise with your in-breath. And then pause for a few breaths. Steady your lower body. Scissor your front heel toward your back knee there. One more breath, grow long. Exhale, half splits, arms wave back, right leg towards straight. Keep the front of your torso unwrinkled there, collarbones wide. Then breath to movement once more. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half splits. Return to your low lunge, arms overhead. And then fingertips down, step up, top of your mat. Take a halfway lift, lengthen your waist. Exhale and forward fold. Coming through chair pose on your inhale. And then press to stand, hands to prayer, exhale. Take a moment to pause and check in. Make contact with your breath. Fully inhabiting each moment, each breath. Next breath in, Utkatasana, chair pose. And from here, we'll alternate a balance. Transfer your weight into your right foot, float your arms down, raise your left knee to your chest. Return to chair, step down, reach your arms. And switch. Weight your left foot, raise your right knee, arms flow down. Back to chair on your inhale. Exhale, balance on your right. Left knee lifts and hold here. Reach your arms overhead. Then press your right sitting bone forward, steady your lower body, stand a little taller, elevate your chest through the reach of your arms. And then lower your prayer hands to your heart. Find your midline. Transitioning into Warrior 3, send your left leg back, your torso forward. Here for 3 breaths. Stepping back into a low lunge on your exhale, left foot steps back, left knee softly down. Keep your toes tucked. When you're ready, when you're steady, reach your arms overhead. And we'll flow on your exhale, half splits, rock your weight back. With your arms, straighten your right leg. On your inhale, rebend the right knee, low lunge. And then this time, press your palms, lower your hands to your heart. We'll take a twist. Take a full breath in, expand your ribs. On your exhale, twist to your right. So you can hook your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. And if prayer hands place your wrists in too much extension there, just link the fingers so you have a bind, something to hold on to. And if you're feeling steady on your exhale, raise your left knee. Take 3 more breaths. Turning your left ribs toward your inner right thigh, revolving to your right. And then on your exhale, release your twists, fingertips to the floor, stepping up, top of your mat. Open and fold with your breath. On your inhale, come through chair pose. Then press to stand, Tadasana. Left side now. Inhale, Utkatasana. Feel your feet, your toes into the mat. Balance on your left foot now. Float the arms down, raise your right knee to chest. Return to chair, step down, reach your arms. And switch. Weight your right foot, raise the left knee, arms flow down. Back to chair pose on your inhale. Exhale, balance on your left and your right knee lifts. Pause here. Once you have your balance, sweep your arms overhead, stand tall into your left leg. Then keep all that height through your torso, just lower your hands to prayer. Moving into Warrior 3, lever your right leg back, torso forward. And pause, 3 breaths. Low lunge on your exhale, step the right foot back to the floor, keep the toes tucked, right knee to the floor, reach your arms overhead. And then we'll flow on your exhale, Ardha Hanuman, half splits, arms back, straighten your left leg. Inhale, low lunge, rebend the left knee, press your palms overhead, then lower your hands to your heart. Take a calm breath in, exhale and twist to your left. Hook your right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Find a bind for your hands that suit your wrists. And then if you're feeling steady on your exhale, right knee lifts. 5 firm, 3 breath. Hugging your left hip in toward the midline as you engage and lift your right thigh. On your exhale, release, fingertips to the floor, go ahead, step up, top of your mat. Open and fold with your breath. Coming through chair pose. Press to stand, hands to prayer. Take a few steady breaths here. You may wish to close your eyes and keep connecting back to the feedback, feeling tone of your effort, this moment and the next. Final standing flow coming up. Take your breath with you as you move and just keep aiming to move in agreement with yourself. Chair pose on your inhale. Drop your weight into your heels, lifting the sitting bones. On your exhale, balance on your right foot. Raise the left knee. Float your arms down. Inhale, return to chair. Sit low. Exhale, balance on your left foot. Lift the right knee. Arms by your side. Once more now, inhale, chair. Exhale, balance on your right foot, left knee lifts and hold. Hands to prayer now at the center of your chest. And we'll transition into half eagle pose. Make a shelf by bending your right knee, wrap the left leg over your right. Then motion your hips down and back. Hold your gaze steady. 3 more breaths. If you can, keep your balance on your inhale, single leg mountain, left knee to chest. On your exhale, step back, high lunge to transition, left foot back. Keep your hands low, take another breath. Torso upright, and then exhale, open out, warrior 2. Ground and seal your left heel to your mat. Here to pause, to notice. Feel your next breath in, your next breath out. Just sense a balanced tone through the thighs and the arms. And we'll flow through the other half of eagle. On your inhale, eagle arms, straighten your right leg, left arm over your right arm, wrap the arms. And then exhale, return to your warrior 2, arms wide. Twice more, just like that. Inhale, legs straight, eagle arms. Exhale, warrior 2. Breathing in and breathing out. Keep the legs where they are now. On your inhale, reverse your warrior. Sweep your right arm up and back. And on your exhale, side angle pose, Parsvakonasana. Pause here. Right forearm can rest on your knee, left arm up or overhead. And see that your left thigh feels firm, your inner right thigh is lengthening to your right. Just notice each breath now, each sensation as it arrives and dissolves. Final few breaths here. Hold your lower body strong. Reach your right arm forward, left arm overhead. Straighten through the elbows. Reach to the edge of your fingers. And then inhale, bring yourself upright, arms overhead. Straighten your legs. And then lower your hands to your hips. Spin your right heel out, toes in, preparing for Prasarita Padottanasana. Just taking a wide stance, face the long edge of your mat. On your inhale, lift your sternum, squeeze your elbows back. And your exhale, bend the knees and just fold halfway forward. We'll go in parts. Take another breath, extend your spine. Exhale and fold between your wide legs. Working towards straightening your legs and letting your hands run down your legs. So just notice now from the ground up an even spread of weight through the soles of your feet. Can you feel that from your heels to your toes? Feel your thighs engaged without locking your knees back. Then release the weight of your head heavy. Release your fingertips to the floor. On an inhale, rise up halfway, lengthen your chest forward. And this time I'm going to walk around, face the back of your mat and step up. Open halfway forward on your inhale, fold and release on your exhale. Coming through chair, bend the knees, reach the arms, and then press to stand. Lower your hands to your chest. Second side now. On your breath in, Utkatasana. On your exhale, balance on your left foot. Raise your right knee, arms float down. It's dancing between the two. Inhale back to chair. Exhale, balance on your right foot. Left knee lifts, arms by your side. Once more now, inhale, chair pose. Exhale, balance on your left foot, right knee to chest and hold. Hands to prayer. Find your midline. And coming into half eagle pose, wrapping the right leg over your left. Then sit low, hug your legs firmly together, your palms toward your midline. 3 more breaths. On your inhale, return, single leg mountain, right knee to chest. And then on your exhale, step to a high lunge. We're just here for a beat, land the foot. Take another breath. And then exhale, warrior 2, right heel to your mat. Take 5 steady, symmetrical breaths. And feeling the quality of your gaze soft, your inner gaze attentive, curious. Is there space to lunge a little deeper? Space to breathe, a fuller breath. And more flow. On your inhale, eagle arms, straighten your left leg, take your right arm over, left arm under. Exhale, return, flow back, warrior 2. Twice more, inhale, legs straight, eagle arms. Exhale, warrior 2. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep your legs where they are. On your inhale, reverse your warrior, left arm up and back. And then exhale, side angle pose, left forearm to your knee, right arm up or overhead. And for your final few breaths here, feel your feet into your mat. It's only an option. Just corset your abdominals in, reach your left arm forward, then the right arm overhead if it's not already. And then on an inhale, coming upright, send your arms overhead, 2 straight legs, pivot your toes, hands to your hips, so just facing the long edge of your mat now. So you can keep your hands at your hips, or if it's in your range, interlace your fingers behind your back. Toes turn in, inhale, lift, open your chest. Exhale in 2 parts there, bend the knees, fold halfway forward. So we're just inviting the pelvis to tilt. Take another breath. Then exhale, forward fold, working towards straightening the legs. Feel the energy of your breath settle. Your mind quiet and attentive. Letting all the sensations create an impression on your attention. So you can adjust and monitor moment to moment. Practicing in the now. Then release your fingertips to the floor. On an inhale, lift up halfway and walk around. Face the top of your mat now. Pause there. Drop your left knee to the floor, and we're going to transition to kneel at the back of the mat. So just send the right knee to greet your left. Rest your buttocks down on your heels and hands to your lap. Take this moment to pause, perhaps closing down the eyes. Dissolving the momentum of your movement. So you can simply observe the feedback from your body. Keep coming back to your present moment experience, what feels vivid right now. And gently blink the eyes open. Come to a high kneeling position. Bring the knees underneath the hips and your knees hip width apart, toes touch. So try and aim your heels straight up. They'll want to float out there. So heels up. Reach your arms forward. Take a breath in, and on your exhale, lean your torso back in one straight line and feel your thighs light up there. Just find your edge, your sweet spot, and then on your inhale, come back up. Twice more there. On your exhale, drop back. On your inhale, center. Exhale, brace the thighs, tip back. Inhale, center. I'm going to add a twist now. On your exhale, lean back, reach your left arm back. And then inhale, center. Exhale, twist to your right, right arm back. And then one more each side. Left on your exhale. Twist right on your exhale. Final round, a half camel. So stay upright now through your torso. Press your hips forward quite deliberately. Reach your left arm back in that twist shape. Then take the left hand down to your heel, or you can rest your hand to your low back. Take your right arm up toward the ceiling and just stay for 3 steady breaths. So you're gently back bending through the middle and upper back. And you go only as far as your breath is deep. On your inhale, arms forward, come back to center. And then go the other side. Exhale, twist open to your right. Drop the right hand down. If it easily finds the heel, rest there. Or come to your low back. Left arm reaches up. 3 breaths. Keep trying to lift the low ribs up out of the hips. The sternum lifts. Perhaps the throat opens. And then release. Untuck your toes, buttocks to the heels, hands to your lap and pause. Feeling the vitality, energetic qualities that twisting, extending your spine offers you now. Give yourself this moment to decompress, to feel the side effects of your practice. Moving into Dolphin prep. Final one for your upper body and abdominals before we rest. If you are supporting a shoulder injury, option to take Anahatanasana, that shape of downward dog on your knees, and then alternate to Sphinx pose on your belly and forearms as we alternate. So if you're moving with me, take your forearms forward to the floor, hands interlaced except for the little fingers, then raise your hips, stepping your feet in a little to find your comfortable stride. Let your head hover heavy between your arms, but keep your upper body nice and strong there. So pressing down where your body meets the ground, through the forearms, inner wrists, to widen your shoulder blades. Breathe 3 more cycles of breath. And then walking your feet back now, find your forearm plank or Sphinx as an option. Or you can take your knees to the floor here. Keep the energy and effort in your forearms to push the floor away. Last little push, hugging your hip points toward one another as you squeeze the glutes. Last few breaths. And then rest in a child's pose. Knees to the floor, arms by your side, buttocks to your heels. Just winding down now. Connecting to that feeling of non-doing now, how it feels in your body. And let your breath take its natural course. Gently easing your way up, bring your legs around in front of you for our final forward fold here, Paschimottanasana. Extend both legs straight, big toes to touch, little toes curling in. And then try and sit forward on your sit bones so the low back lifts tall. Inhale to reach your arms overhead. Exhale and fold softly over your legs. And then releasing now for your final rest pose, Shavasana. Might like to grab additional layers or props to have along as you recline back. Make yourself completely comfortable. Just take the next couple of minutes to rest, laying down on your back, finding neutral. Your arms and legs falling away equally from your midline. Feel your spine vertical. Really take this time to mindfully place yourself. So in Shavasana, your brain experiences misalignment as a disturbance. The more you can balance out symmetrically, the more your brain will quieten down. And then once your brain settles, what you normally perceive as the edge of your body or the limits of your body, that starts to dissolve and soften, and you begin to feel more expansive, as if you're spreading into the space around you. Adjust your head so your ears are an equal distance from your shoulders. Your eyes an equal distance from the ceiling so your head's not tilted or turned. Then let your tongue rest to the ground floor of your mouth, releasing your jaw. Softening over the bridge of your nose. Relaxing the canals to your ears so you're listening to the vibration of your breath from deep inside the back of your head. Now allow the mass of your body to sink into the back of your body. Feel your heels into the mat, your calves, your buttocks, the back, the arms and the head. Feel the connection you make with the floor. Just maintain that awareness of your whole body to keep rooted in this moment of pause. Rest and let go. And I'll be back to guide you back in just another minute. And then gently, softly start to wriggle your fingers and your toes. And when you're ready, bending your knees, take your feet to the floor. Just land there. And gently roll out to your right side. Again, just land. Give yourself one last rest. Blinking the eyes open, letting the light in toward you. And then drag your way back up to sit. Thank you so much for joining me in your part of the world today. So grateful for your company. I hope you enjoyed the flow. Take care. Namaste.